Hey friends, today I decided to do video something slightly differently. Instead of doing the top 5 and top 10 videos, I will be discussing about some fragrances I have reviewed and some with similar kind of scent profiles which have their own sets of pros and cons. Many times I do not get a chance to feature them in fragrance videos, but we will see today whether they are worth considering or not. I will make sure to put the full review of the fragrances in the top I button, and if you haven't already checked them, do check them out. By the way, if you are watching my video for the first time and you love fragrance related content, please do consider subscribing to the channel and don't forget to hit the notification bell as well. So without any further delay, let's start this video. Starting from the Cologne and Diamond Iris from the Ibrahim Al-Quraisi, which is a very versatile pineapple fragrance. And now it will definitely remind you of the Rasasi Havas Black, and I know a lot of people out there love this DNA, which you also can say that it is Nisani Hachiwork DNA. Now the Cologne and Diamond Iris is actually a little bit different from the Rasasi Havas Black. It is more fresh, airy, and the citruses and pineapple feel lot more juicy. On the other hand, the Havas Black has a very mossy nature with a very strong woody facet in the dry down. While I like both of these fragrances, I must say the Cologne and Diamond Iris a little bit more versatile. The Havas Black is too dense and strong for a hot and humid summer, but this one is perfect all year round. What's even better, it pulls a lot of compliments compared to the Havas Black. With this fragrance, you will be getting more versatile, more mass appealing and easy to wear perfume. Now it's not all sunshine and lollipop for the Cologne and Diamond Iris. It has slightly inferior performance compared to the Rasasi Havas Black. You will be getting around 5 to 6 hours of longevity and about an hour of projection, which is actually really good for a fresh fragrance. In hot and humid summer, I will take that any day of the week. However, I must say that if you prefer raw performance, you should pick the Rasasi Havas Black over this one. But if you want something fresher, little more refined, and a fragrance to get more compliments, then this would be my pick. In fact, I use this fragrance more often than the Rasasi Havas Black, as it is lot easier to wear. And if you have one of these fragrances, you don't need to buy another one. That would be totally redundant. And yes, I almost forgot, this is more unisex than the Rasasi Havas Black. Now moving on to the next fragrance. Since the winters are going on, let's focus on a fragrance that is more suitable for cold weather. I am talking about the Khadlaj Island Vanilla Dunes. Now in an empty space, the smell is really beautiful. Yes, it is not a very complex fragrance, but certainly a nice, soothing, warm smell that is just perfect for a cold winter. It has bit of spices, especially the cardamom and cinnamon, little bit of orange blossom and a lot of vanilla. Having said all of this perfume is not alone in the space. If you are paying a 30% premium, you will be getting a lot denser fragrance and a noticeably longer lasting perfume. You can either go for the Liquid Brune from the French Avenue or the newer Afnan's Historic Sahara. Now this doesn't mean that Island Vanilla Dunes has no place. If you have a very tight budget and you can get this perfume for under 1800 rupees, I would say this is still worth the asking price. It is totally straightforward here. Better perfume at higher price. Moving on to the next fragrance, once again a fragrance from the Khadlaj, and it is a new release from this house. It is the Zayan Gold. It opens up with a jammy plum note, which is very sweet with little bit of spices. I am also getting a little bit of lavender and lot of tonka beans and ambery sweetness. This smell puts it in the same ballpark as that of Afnan's 9pm elixir. But with this one, there are lot of differences. The Afnan 9pm is lot more spicier. It has a very prominent tobacco accord, and the sweetness from the plum is toned down as well. Now you can check my full review of the Afnan's 9pm elixir. I said that the 9pm elixir leans towards the masculine side, but with the Zayan Gold, it is a touch on the feminine side. Both are still pretty much unisex, but they definitely lean towards the opposite ends. And if you are thinking about the price difference, there is not much to differentiate each other. Yes, the Zayan Gold is slightly cheaper, but I would say decide on the scent profile. I would love to know which one would you pick. Coming to performance aspect of both of these fragrances, the fragrance from Afnan is slightly stronger. You can get around 1 to 2 hours of extra longevity, but I would say it all boils down to the scent profile. Now moving on to the next fragrance, the interesting here is that both of the fragrances are from the Latafa, or rather should I say all the three fragrances are from the Latafa. My opinion is a bit straightforward here. Skip the Latafa Khamra Dukhan and get the Khamra Kahwa or the Masrabia. I have done full review of all of these three fragrances, and checking those videos should clear most of your doubts. But in short, the Khamra Dukhan is slightly spicier version of the Khamra and a touch more refined as well. But the Khamra Kahwa feels like a proper flanker, especially with the addition of coffee note. And if you are looking for the spicier version of the Khamra, why not consider the Masrabia? Not only it is more spicy, it also has a jammy apple accord, and for the complexity, a little bit of tobacco smell. Performance isn't an issue with any of these three fragrances, so you can pick any Khamra or the Masrabia and you don't have to worry about the performance. Now I am going to discuss about the final fragrance of today's video. Now this scent DNA is also a staple for me, especially in the cold weather. I just love this smell. Now coming to the Nassim French Vanilla, even though the smell is quite similar to the Latafa Kingdom Rasa Se Havas Elixir or the Armaf Lionheart, there is a major difference apart from the price. First of all, the Nassim is an aqua based fragrance, so it is going to project less and it has less performance as well. The projection is for the first half an hour and the longevity is around 5 to 6 hours, which is actually not bad for a aqua based fragrance. But the thing is, once you pay slight premium, there are a lot of options getting unlocked. But first let's weigh in the advantages. Since it is an aqua based fragrance, it is going to be smooth right from the opening. It is not going to be harsh like any alcohol based fragrance. By harsh I mean to say just right after you spray it. The second thing is it is slightly better for the skin. But if you are spraying the perfume on apparel, this advantage is totally gone. Now to the price difference. If you can find this perfume for under 1800 rupees, then the Latafa Kingdom is 2300, which is slightly more, and the Havas Elixir is also around the same price bracket, maybe tad more. On the other hand, Arma of Lionheart is way more expensive compared to this fragrance, and therefore I always recommend the Rasasi Havas Elixir or the Latafa Kingdom. But if you are in a very tight budget and you don't want to spend above 2000 rupees, then this option isn't actually bad. I would say it has similar value proposition to the Khadlaj Island Vanilla Dunes. But since this is an aqua based fragrance, you have to decide for yourself whether it is an advantage to you or disadvantage. Personally, I really like their offerings, especially the Ocean Enigma Aqua and this one too. But I do feel if this perfume would have cost around 1500 to 1600 rupees, this would have provided amazing value for money. By the way, have you tried any aqua based fragrance and what was your experience with them? Drop your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you took anything value of this video, please hit that like button, and if you have any feedback, please absolutely feel free to comment down below. And if you are watching my video for the first time, please do consider subscribing to the channel as well. And let's end this video here. And I will meet you all in my next video. Till then, stay safe and as always, stay honest.